La 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 la. La 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 la.
We can. We can.
Yeah, I think that's something really that we should be focusing on right now because they are our future and we need them to be healthy.
Now, speaking of future, let's talk about the Save Soil campaign. I would love to hear how you got involved in it and why you're so passionate about the very simple message that we need to be aware of our earth.
So, with regards to the Save Soil, Sadhguru is the person who is leading this movement. He brought up this movement. It's something he started, I believe it's about 25 years ago. But it's finally now becoming a global movement. And he is just someone I followed for quite a bit of years. That's just impacted my life in a positive way.
Okay.
So, I always listen to his stuff, watch his things. And when the Save Soil movement came about, I was like, wow, this made sense to me. And actually what I should say is before I saw the Save Soil movement or the first thing about it, I had actually about a year or two ago watched a documentary on Netflix by Woody Harrelson called Kiss the Ground. And that opened up my eyes because it showed you that we're always thinking about climate change above, forgetting about what's below. And that documentary was fantastic, bringing awareness to our soil health and that it's dying. Basically, it was a fantastic documentary and changed my view because I was always concerned about my environmental impact and those things. But this was a new thing.
Is it still on Netflix?
Yes, it is.
Check that out on Netflix. Kiss the Ground.
It's definitely worth watching, and it shows how also our soil health is the reason why we have so many environmental issues as well. Soil is depleting, and our soil is what captures a lot of carbon emissions, right? Through the whole photosynthesis process and everything like that. But with dead soil, it can't. So this is something that touched me. Of course, this is our home. This is our planet. Our only home.
Stop right there. I love that you said that the earth is our home. A lot of times we get fixed on the man-made things, the material things that we can create with our hands and what technology can do. And we have this idea that everything that is controlled is our environment and is our home. But we have to remember to step outside of those things that we created and return back to not things that are prehistoric and were relevant once upon a time, but things that are relevant now. It's keeping us away from that relationship that we should have with the earth. So that's why I love the Save Soil campaign, bringing that awareness to people, inviting them to come back out, breathe fresh air, have an appreciation for the soil, talk about it amongst each other, tell our children about it. So what are some of the ways that you think people can get involved in this?
Well, I really love what you said there in terms of I think we have gotten so trapped in this everything that's man-made, because we can be in our little bubbles basically, living in cities and stuff like that, forgetting that everything that was man-made came from nature. Everything.
Everything.
Us included.
Us too.
Everything. So without it there will be nothing. And I think we really need to realize that we are connected like everything else, and we cannot forget that we are connected with the earth and everything. Without it we will be nothing, and without us the earth will be everything. So that's something we need to always remember, that this planet will flourish without us. We need to make it flourish with us and give it a helping hand and work with the earth, not against it, But with regards to the Save Soil movement, I think it's a wonderful thing because it's bringing that awareness to our soil, the importance of it for our planet and for our health, for nutritious food. And it's also bringing a level of consciousness because you need to be aware of it, you need to feel it to really understand its importance and want to fix it. And this movement is simply to spread. It's at the stage where it's simply to spread the awareness, where we would love majority of the world speaking about soil right now, so that's the only way it will reach a higher level for hopefully in democratic societies that our leaders, governments, the people to the top will see that this is what we want. We want healthy soil. We want sustainable farming. So you now need to put the action and create policy change where it is going to be beneficial for farmers, because right now that's the issue.
So what can we do on a small scale, just our everyday, to add to this?
So I would say on a small scale, well, two things. It would be to be speaking about this movement in your communities, to your friends, on your social medias, if you have that access, any way you can. And basically, let other people know the importance of it, right? So I think that's the first step, is for us to realize this soil is our source of everything. And soon as we realize that, and that importance, and that if you truly want to make sure that you're fueling your body to with nutritious food, then you're going to feel that passion that, oh my gosh, this is an issue. Our land, the certification is true, it's happening, and we need to curb it. Because, like Sadhguru says in all of his things, we are eating up the food of the unborn child. If we continue on this path, we are going to take everything and leave nothing. We are going to leave lands that are, it is dried up lands. It's no longer fertile and cannot grow, and by then the problem will be it'll be too difficult to fix.
So what I'm hearing are things like discipline, self-control, awareness. I'm hearing things like maybe taking your niece and your nephew and your daughter and your son, maybe take them to a farm for a tour instead of going to the movies.
To the mall or
right, to just stay in that enclosed space, that enclosed mindset that, oh, I want that, instead of, oh, look at that.
And that's a whole other topic. But yes, you are very correct. We need to always be connected and to treat it as our source and not our resource. And that is the main thing about the Save Soil campaign. We have been treating soil as a resource and our planet as a resource.
And not the source.
And not the source. If we recognize it as the source, we will treat it in that way and give it back the respect and love and nurturing. That's the key word, nurturing that it needs. Right now our soil needs extreme nurturing on a global level in order for us to curb this impact and fix a lot of our environmental issues. With that, lots of environmental issues will be fixed and a lot of natural disasters will be prevented. 100%.
Thank you so much for sharing that. So you can get involved simply by following #SaveSoil. You can tag Save Soil. Even if you're just out on a park day like this, just talk about your experience. If you discovered the name of a new tree or you see a flower, take your shoes off and walk barefoot in the grass and #SaveSoil.
But one other thing, sorry, I forgot to say that.
Go for it.
Yes, the hashtags are great, but also if you could visit consciousplanet.org and or savesoil.org, and on that website you can become an Earth Buddy. And through that Earth Buddy, and even if you don't, you can get all the information you need on the website. It's really, really, this campaign they have done it so well, so thought out, and that's the wonderful thing about it. It's serious. It's not just a gimmick. It's not just, hey, let's save the planet. No, there's real backing towards these, and they're real plans. They're actually plans involved for every country on the planet. Ways that they can implement policy change.
Amazing.
For each different type of climate, each different type of soil, everything.
Shout out to Trend Glow Media for capturing a beautiful moment at the Blackman's Ranch. Recently, I went to their ranch. It was a musical affair, and their eldest sister, Marge Blackman, she sang the song Touch the Ground live. It was just so heart and soulful felt. And it just shifted my awareness in a way that, it was a true call.
Yes. Yes, yeah. And the Save Soil song is lovely, so that is one of them, because Marge and Marshall Montano sang that one. Actually, that's what I forgot to say that. So, reason why I became so involved in it right now, so like I said, it was something that was brought to my attention. I was passionate about it. But then Renee Montano reached out to me, so she was in India, and she reached out to me to ask if I would, you know, they want to spread this as much as possible.
Yes.
If I would be interested in you know, having a voice in Trinidad, supporting it in Trinidad and bringing awareness. And I mean, of course, you know, this means a lot to me, and it should mean a lot to all of us.
Yes.
And it's really touching. It's a really touching thing. And what's beautiful is to see since then how many communities have come together, how many people have come together simply through Save Soil. How many people I have met, and we have communicated and come up with ideas and stuff to do and things to help promote this and hopefully reach our governments. That is what our goal is in Trinidad, is to reach our governments, our leaders, and show them that this is what we need. This is what we need as a country. We want to be sustainable, we want to be healthy, and we want to have good food. Healthy food.
Yes.
And
your prime minister brought that up recently, actually. He was talking about how back in the days, it wasn't anything to just plant and farm and grow the foods you eat. And large in part of how Trinidad receives its food is by way of importation. So I hope that
we are fertile ground.
Yes,
you know?
yes. So keep pushing with
things.
everything that you're doing. It's amazing. You will get through. You are touching lives already. And I hope more and more people hear about this, take action, and tell other people. So tell us, what do you have in store next, Juenesse?
So actually, I'm now starting working on my third magazine with my friend Ariane. So her and I developed a plant-based magazine last year. We launched our first one last year, and then we had another one in December. And basically, it's a digital magazine. It's free to download for anyone. And the purpose of this magazine is not only to share amazing recipes, vegan recipes. It's also to share all of these things, how we can shop locally, sustainably. Of course, we don't need to be perfect. We're not living in a perfect society, right? But we can make changes, and those changes could then, you know, create impact.
Yes.
But so it's all about living sustainably in the Caribbean. Lots of fun articles.
And it's free. I heard free. What's better than free? But free.
And lots of tips, lots of healthy living tips, and just good reading, and things you can implement into your daily lives as well.
Okay.
Because veganism and veganism or plant-based diet, I don't like only saying it's a diet, because it is a lifestyle for me.
Yes.
And that lifestyle entails being compassionate towards everything. Because when you feel that compassion towards these animals, it changes a lot of things in me. And I think incorporating plants and plant-based lifestyle brings out that compassionate side in us and keeps clear receptors.
Yes, I'd agree. Well, I feel so full from your share. Thank you so much for connecting with me and bringing a different perspective to life here in the Caribbean and life here in Trinidad and Tobago.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's wonderful to meet you too.